I'm Darren, and this is 3 things you need to know for Tuesday, October the 3rd. A week of trials. Sam Bankman-Fried is on trial this week, some calling it crypto on trial. President Trump also on trial in a civil fraud case in New York. One thing is for sure, the mainstream media will have lots to feast on this week. Breaking up isn't great. Kellogg is splitting up. The 117-year-old company has decided to break into 2. Will the Casanova love be there for Kellanova? Kellanova will trade under the symbol K, while KLG will also trade on the New York Stock Exchange. Stocks were lower on the news. After all, breaking up is hard to do. Coin up a bit? Traditionally, stocks have a tough time in October, while Bitcoin enthusiasts consider the month Uptober. That trend at least started the month on point as Bitcoin surged up 3%, topping 28,000. Will the tradition stand? Trade while you're sleeping across time zones with Arbitrage Trade Assist. Sign up today at arbitragetrade.com. Arbitrage Trade is your trusted source for business, finance, and tech info.
I had a pretty normal mom life. Everything was pretty good.
And we just had a new baby, and then all of a sudden she's on life support and fighting for her life.
They told me my only chance was a heart transplant.
And the American Heart Association helped make that possible. Their research helped save me.
To learn more about how the American Heart Association is saving lives, go to helpheart.org.
Dracula had protein breath. Dracula is based on a real person who was not a count but a prince. He was the second son of Vlad Dracul of Wallachia, now Romania, and eventually became the ruler 3 different times. The late 1400s had a ton of drama, full of war, capture, broken alliances, and power struggles. We are talking about him today because through the power of science, it was discovered that he likely cried bloody tears due to a medical condition. Some letters written by Vlad were analyzed using proteomics. Proteomics is a method of identifying proteins through a large-scale study of proteins. The proteome is the entire set of proteins produced or modified by an organism or system similar to a genome. Only instead of genes, it's proteins. Scientists were able to generate this information from the breath that Vlad left on the paper. Paper is porous, so it will hold cells, and in this case, it held preserved cells that were analyzed to discover that Vlad likely had hemolacria, a condition that causes a person to produce tears partially composed of blood. Tune into our weekend podcast for more.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Time for the pick of the day. Arbitrage algorithms have signaled a future long-term uptrend for Ardelyx, Inc., ticker ARDX. ARDX engages in the research, development, and commercialization of medicine for the treatment of cardiorenal diseases. Its product portfolio includes tenofovir, which is an experimental medication that works exclusively in the gut and is in late-stage clinical development. Monday's close, $4.06. 52-week high of $5.13. 52-week low of $1.16. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is a privately held research company. Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC is solely responsible for the preparation and distribution of the contents of this podcast. The opinions offered in this podcast are for informational purposes only and are not intended to function as investment advice. Seek a duly licensed professional for investment advice. For more information about the informational research and services offered by Arbitrage Trade Analytics LLC, please visit arbitragetrade.com.